very special day. The breeze took the clouds all away. It swept the sky like a broom and got ready for a very special day. This is a very special time. Show me a hill I can climb. Give me a mountain to move, and I'll prove that it's a very special day. I woke up early this morning with gloom on my head. Had a big feeling to climb back in bed. Then I looked in the mirror and somebody said, wake up, wake up. It's time for you to lose the blues, and this is a very special treat. Tell it to everyone you meet, that life is all for living and love is all for giving. So this is a very special day. Tell it to everyone along the way that this is a very special day. Up early this morning with gloom on my head. Had a big feeling to climb back in bed. Then I looked in the mirror and somebody said, wake up, wake up. It's time for you to lose the blues, and this is a very special treat. Tell it to everyone you meet, that life is all for living and love is all for giving. So this is a very special day. Tell it to everyone along the way that this is a very special day.
Very special day it is. It's a Monday. That means my partner in crime, my co-host this morning, is Erin from Betterview Healthcare Center. Good morning, Erin.
Good morning.
Happy Monday.
Yeah.
What a beautiful morning, right?
Yeah, it's chilly. I love it.
Freezing.
Yeah.
I'm trying to be so adulting here. I'm
Yeah.
trying to act like I'm not, but I'm just freezing, you know?
I'm freezing too, but I'd rather be cold than hot any day.
Yeah, layers. Yeah. I'm, anyway, but today's Columbus Day too, so that's pretty cool. So let's thank our sponsors. Erin, do you got them over there?
Yep. We have Meadowview, Walmart, Salem Crossing, Hoosier Uplands, Americans for Prosperity, Teas and Tumblers, Fox Pearly Wealth Management, Fantastic Sam's, Leader One Financial, and Dr. Black's Eye Associates, and Dr. Mindy Gunn.
Yay, thank you to our great sponsors. We're moving right along here. We're on the 9th day of October, Columbus Day. And what was it? In 1492, Columbus sailed the ocean blue. Right?
Yeah.
I love that. So happy Columbus Day. That means that there's probably going to be a lot of banks and offices that are going to be closed.
Mm-hmm.
You know, a lot of places are closed on Monday anyway, you know.
Yeah.
They've not got a bad gig on that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, anyway, but let's see, I'm going to guess a lot of your government offices, you know, banks, and things are closed. So.
Yeah.
I mean, if you have somewhere to go, now I'm not saying all of them because, you know, somebody might have an exception to rule, but if you have got places to go, you might want to call in advance to make sure that they're open. So, all right, my dad would always say those that have a good job
Yeah.
have the day off. All right, we're on to the 9th day of October. Today is Columbus Day. Today is Curious Events Day. I'm always curious about events, you know, when there's events going on. I like to see what's going on. We just had a beautiful Old Settlers Days in our community. Wonderful, and a great turnout too.
I've seen a lot of pictures of that this weekend.
The photos were fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Holly Thompson got to make it, and she had her first apple cider and parched corn. She texted me, because I was telling her Friday about you got to have apple cider and parched corn, and she texted me and said, oh my goodness, this is delicious. Yes. And so that's always fun. Fire Prevention Day. And we are still under a burn ban. We had a little bit of rain, which was needed, but we need a little bit more. So they've not lifted it yet, to my knowledge. But as soon as it gets lifted, I'll definitely report it. But so you know, help Smokey Bear and all of them on your fire prevention day. This is also International Beer and Pizza Day. Someone else can have my beer, but I'll hold my beer.
Yeah.
You can hold the beer, but I'll eat the pizza. Yeah, I'll eat all the pizza that I can. You like pizza?
I love pizza.
I do too. It's just like,
if you don't like pizza, what's going on?
I know, and I don't really. I was gonna say I really don't. I'll eat it for breakfast. They said that that's the number one breakfast actually is pizza.
That's weird.
I know.
But I mean, if I've had it left over, I'll wake up and eat a piece.
I know. You can't beat it. You know what I mean? And I don't think I even have to have, now, ideally, if it's like hot and fresh and, and cheesy and gooey and all that, but I'll eat it cold. I'm not even
Yeah, I don't care.
I'm not even a pizza snob on that. Now, my coffee I'm a little bit snobby on, but not my pizza.
Yeah, me too.
This is also National Kick Butt Day. I believe it's like, I don't know if it's like, it looks like it's got a schedule, so maybe get everything done today.
Yeah.
On a Monday?
I need
Why?
that. Yeah.
Maybe on a Tuesday or Thursday,
Yeah.
But really, Kick Butt Day. National Moldy Cheese Day. Ew, moldy cheese. Do people eat moldy cheese? Let's
I
hope
don't
not.
know.
I think the word mold, anything with the word mold, I think it should be a no eating. National Online Banking Day. A lot of your banks are going online.
Mm-hmm.
I still like that one-on-one, that personal, though.
I do everything online.
Do you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Just easier.
Yeah, it is. Yeah,
Yeah,
I pay
yeah.
all my bills online. I use online banking. Just because I can constantly keep up with it and I don't really have to go anywhere.
Right. National Pro-Life Cupcake Day. I don't know what a pro-life cupcake, but I'm telling you right now, these cupcakes look delicious in this photo.
Oh, yeah.
Yum. What's your favorite kind of cupcake, Erin?
I like red velvet cupcakes.
Yes. Yeah. I was going to say whichever was sitting in front of me. That's my favorite.
Yeah.
Whatever's in front of me.
I'm not a big fan of icing.
Yeah,
I like buttercream icing, I think, or whipped icing. I can't remember which one I like, but I'm not a huge fan of icing, but I like the cake part.
I like the whipped icing. It's a little lighter. It's not. The buttercream is so pretty though. Like if you were like doing something like for show.
Oh, maybe it's the whipped icing that I like.
It's a little bit lighter, yeah. Because if you're not completely that buttercream can. I mean that stuff stands.
Yeah.
It'll be here when we're not.
It's too sweet. Yeah.
Very sweet and very like heavy. But I'm not downing it. But I just would prefer the National Sneakers Day. Love sneakers. Don't wear them a whole lot, but I like them.
Oh, I love me a good pair of sneakers. I wear them all the time.
What are you wearing right now? What kind?
I just have Hey Dudes on right now, but usually when I'm at home I wear Brooks. Those are my favorite.
It's amazing how like the feel of them all. You know what I mean? Like how comfortable they are. Yeah. National Native America Day. Love that.
Oh yeah.
And I'm actually related to Pocahontas, so I will be participating today. This is Scrubs Day. Oh, Scrubs! If I was, I was going to be a nurse, I'd be in Scrubs all the time. I think they're just the most comfortable.
I always say I miss being on the floor just because I could wake up and put Scrubs on. It's so much easier.
They're just so comfortable.
They're like pajamas.
That's what I mean. I know. I know. I have some just to wear around the house.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're just so comfortable.
Yeah.
Submarine Hoagie Hero Grinder Day. Oh, a big sub-hero grinder sandwich day.
That's weird because my friend is from Vermont, and they call subs grinders there.
Yeah.
And I always thought it was so weird. I'd never heard it before then.
Yeah. I know all the terms.
Yeah.
I just make sure I don't miss out on them. I love a big sandwich like that. Big sandwich.
Me too.
So you should have had her bring us some grinders.
Yeah.
I bet they were good.
Yeah.
What's Vermont known for? Like, did they have anything?
Cheese, I think. The Vermont cheese and maple syrup. Vermont maple syrup.
We should have had her bring us a gallon of all that.
Yeah. Her mom and stepdad make their maple syrup. They have like a sugar house.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. I've seen it where you have to go and, like, you tap the trees and do all that.
Yeah, that's what they do.
That's cool. Now, that's cool. It's fun to it's very interesting.
Yeah.
Thanksgiving in Canada today.
I wish it was Thanksgiving here.
I was going to say, I don't know why we couldn't go ahead and celebrate. You know what I mean? I'm all for the turkey dressing.
Yeah.
Mashed potatoes. I could go for that today.
Yeah, me too.
World Post Day. All right. So get out and enjoy for sure. So hopefully on this wonderful Monday everybody can get out and enjoy. So, whoa, hang on. Sorry. We need to... hang on.
It's Monday.
I know. Monday, everything.
Yeah.
So, anyway, had a big weekend over the weekend. Had football Friday. And then we've got more football coming up. We had the drawings, and I should know, and I do know, but I can't remember right now because it's Monday. Maybe I need more coffee. But we had the sectional drawings for the schools, and I'm trying to remember. I know West Washington got the bye. I'm trying to remember who everybody's got. It'll come to me. Hopefully before the end of Coffee Club, it'll come to me. But anyway, going on today, we just said our holidays, and so hopefully everybody is celebrating them. And no matter what you're doing, please keep your radio tuned right here to WSLM. And tomorrow at midnight is voter registration ends. So if you, I think I'm going to guess the clerk's office is closed today, but you have tomorrow. You can call them and find out. But at midnight, if you do not feel like you are registered or want to check it and make sure you are, you have till tomorrow night, midnight tomorrow night. Also, early voting starts on the 25th of October. Hours are from 8 to 1, and Monday through Friday, early voting takes place for the Election and Voter Service Office. Also, October 28th is early voting Saturday at 8 noon. They do so well. Our actual clerk's office, they have like they have it on noon. Like on Saturdays. Mm-hmm. They have it through the week. I mean, they really accommodate everyone. There's really no reason for someone not to vote.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
They work with every schedule. Mm-hmm. So no matter what your schedule is, there's a date where you can get out and vote. Right. So, of course, Election Day will be November the 7th. Polls are open from 6 to 6 p.m. And I'll be at the Armory, so that's going to be, we'll keep you up on that. So that's just a little bit of information. But tomorrow, just make sure you're registered to vote if you need to. All right. So, Aaron, anyway, so we had football action. We had Old Settlers Days. Hats off to the Old Settlers Days committee and everybody that put a lot of work and effort into it. There was a lot of great booths. They had a lot of great food. They had a lot of great parched corn, apple cider. And definitely a weekend of calories.
Oh, yeah.
But thank goodness there's no calories on the weekend, right? And then we're gearing up, getting ready. Just when you, stay active all week, and then we'll be gearing up, getting ready for the big Camelsburg Festival coming up next weekend. So, yeah, so exciting.
I've never heard of that.
Oh, you've got to go to that, Aaron. You need to hit some of these festivals. Yeah, they're a lot of fun. They're really a great time, and they worked hard. You know, the committees takes a lot of time to get everything filled up. You know what I mean, for a festival.
Yeah. They
work very hard to do that. So it's always fun to come and celebrate with them on that.
Sure, I'll have to go this weekend.
The heritage, yeah. And grab some good food, too.
Where is it at?
In Camelsburg.
I have no idea where that's at.
No, you are in the Milltown area, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just not too far. Camelsburg, just go west.
Huh.
Right out here, just stay on.
I'll GPS it.
Yeah. Just take 60
out.
west. Just go 60. Just keep going west. You'll come right into Camelsburg.
Huh.
You'll see the friendly smiles and the friendliness of Camelsburg. Yeah, I know you've been there. You just haven't.
I've had to have been there.
Yes.
I'm just directionally challenged. I know.
It's okay. I'm going to just turn you around and send you and say go.
Yeah.
And just keep going straight. You won't miss it.
So what's it near?
Well, it's between, if you get to Mitchell, you've gone too far.
Okay, I know where that's at.
Right there.
I do.
Yeah, beautiful. So they've got all kinds of great things. They've got a whole lineup, and we've got that. You can check that out on my Facebook. You can see all the things going on there, but we'll keep talking about it all week. All right. Also, in other news going on, Amish cell phone users are being shunned after being outed by last week's emergency alert. So we had the emergency alert system, okay?
Yeah.
So we had the, for us, they were telling us, like, to report that, like, if somebody had a extra phone, maybe for security, like, let's say that I'm just gonna say if a woman had an extra phone in case of an emergency or domestic violence, yeah. And so, to be careful because that phone's going to go off.
I did see that.
Yeah,
that they were warning, turn it all the way
off.
off.
Yes. So now the Amish, I guess,
I didn't even think about that.
some that didn't know that others had phones,
Yeah.
they went off. So anyway, they were outed by last week's emergency. So let's see the story. Okay, here we go. True story. Okay, last Wednesday, everyone's cell phone blared with the emergency alert test, and phones went off sooner than my station went off. The phones went off 18 after, and we went off 20 after.
I know. It said at 20 after
Yeah,
it was
but
all going to go off, and I did
phones-
get mine at 18. I was
18, yeah, so a little bit early.
Yeah.
So, but okay, so everyone's cell phone blared with that emergency alert test. It interrupted meetings and lunches and startled some people. But it wasn't that big of a deal since it happened to everyone. Although it was not ideal for those who have a secret phone, like members of the Amish community. There are reports online about how some Amish people are being shunned after last week's emergency alert outed their hidden phones. A former Amish guy on TikTok says that a few of his Amish friends are dealing with backlash because they had their phones on vibrate or the sound off and didn't realize the alert would still make a loud sound. In some Amish communities, this might be a minor offense, but in others, being shunned is very significant and could involve a difficult separation of that person from the community or the extended period of time. Wow,
That's
never
terrible.
thought about that. Yeah. So, I don't know. I know that that they have them too for jobs.
See, I don't understand. I'm not fully educated on it, so I don't usually talk about it. But
Yeah.
I guess I just don't understand because I have seen some with phones.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure. Just like, I think it's in Corden. They sell like some of their woodworking, and they have a phone to call there.
Yeah.
But I guess when you run a business, maybe they look at it different, or maybe they just keep it at the business. I'm not real sure how that works.
Mm-hmm. I thought they usually have somebody like a contact person that like
Maybe.
makes a call or calls,
Mhm.
and then that person relays a message, or I don't know. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Now I have seen when we used many years ago when we had phone booths. I've seen Amish at phone booths using phone booths. So phone booths are a thing of the past. You know what I mean?
I think it's kind of cool.
A phone
Like,
booth.
no, I think not having a phone.
Oh, yeah.
I would just
yeah.
love it.
Yeah, I know. But then I don't know though. I know I'd like to think that, but then
Yeah.
I would probably start missing it, right?
I think I would too. I wouldn't be able to get anywhere. That's for sure because I cannot follow directions.
Yeah, we know. We got to
Yeah.
send you to Campbellsburg. Yes.
I had to GPS everything, like driving from Milltown to Salem and Meadowview. I had to GPS it forever.
Oh,
and
wow.
it's not even that hard.
No,
Now
I
that
was
I drive
gonna
it,
say,
I'm like, girl.
what is- yeah, that's hilarious.
what's wrong with you? Because
That's
this
so
is
funny.
easy.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't be able to make it anywhere. Like, my stepdad is always like, head west on. I'm like, okay, Lewis and Clark, I need to know. Do I turn left at McDonald's or not?
Yeah, right, exactly. Let's talk in our talk. Yeah. Well, I went up to Indy last week, and that it was so crazy up there because they're doing all this construction, and they have all this construction going on, and then they have roundabouts, and then they have one-way streets, and my GPS was just like, you know what I mean, like it would tell me to turn, and it was so I did turn down some one-way streets, but it was telling me to turn, go, and it was a one-way street.
I got pulled over for that one time because my GPS told me to turn down a one-way street. Well, I didn't know where I was.
Yeah.
And I wasn't paying attention. I guess I was just anxious, and I was just following my GPS, and I got pulled over. I was on a one-way. I didn't even know I was on a one-way.
Yeah, right.
Because there was 2 lanes on it. I mean, I still should have known, but
Yeah.
I was just anxious, and I was like, my GPS told me to turn here.
Well, I was here's what so here I am going one way, and everybody's waving at me and yelling. So I was very suspicious, and I caught on that I was going down a one-way street, but there was no way. I had to commit. I mean,
Yeah.
what do you do? You know what I'm saying? I had to go on. I mean, there was
Yeah.
no, I was committed to this turn. You know what I mean? So I'm like, I've got it figured out that I'm on one way, but I've got to get to my other, where I can turn.
Right.
You know what I mean? I was committed because there was construction and I couldn't do a U-turn. Yeah, there was there was no way to leave on that. But anyway, so it is funny. And then the roundabouts, a lot of times my GPS will shoot me out or like tell me, like, and I'll shoot out another direction.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's so confusing.
So it's like,
Yeah, so what would we do without it?
Well, I don't know, but there was one lady that I don't know. She was not happy with me at all, and I still think that poor lady's still mad at me. I mouthed, "I'm so sorry. I'm sorry." You know what I mean? And she wasn't gonna have it.
People get really mad.
She was really mad at me. No, I mean, I think today she still wakes up mad at me.
Yeah.
I don't think she's gonna let that go. I don't even know her. But I apologized all over myself through the lip reading.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Even put the prayer up, the prayer signal. You know what I mean? Sorry, I prayed over here. You know what I mean? That lady wasn't having it. So anyway, hopefully maybe in 10 years she'll get over me.
Yeah.
The day that Becky White went in Indianapolis.
Yeah.
Indianapolis was not the same.
Oh, I've been cussed and given the finger and everything else on the road, and I'm like, I just don't know where I'm at.
I know. Somebody help me. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But anyway, so that's, part of it. But anyway, so yes, I do rely on my phone, and usually my phone does well. And I'm not knocking Indianapolis. There's just a lot going on, and good for them. They're getting construction, they're getting new fixing up and stuff, and getting beautification done and stuff. So that's good. So it wasn't anything to them. It was operator error.
Oh yeah, I mean they make it to where you can maneuver.
It wasn't you, it was me.
But it's not you, it's me.
Dear Indianapolis, it's not you, it's me.
But it's not even that. If you're not familiar with the area already, and then there's construction and stuff going on, it just gets confusing. It's no one's fault. I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah. But we made it. All right. So also, celebrities respond to the attack on Israel. So which is really bad.
Yeah.
Also, over the weekend, a Bruno Mars show is canceled. I do want to say I got to see Bruno Mars perform at Bourbon and Beyond. He's fantastic.
Yeah.
What a show.
Yeah. He's so fun.
I knew every word to every song. It's like, how you forget that you know all these words.
Yeah, and you had no idea.
Yeah.
They're all over the radio and kids are singing them and you just pick them up.
Yeah.
And I don't know where he gets all of his
I wore
energy.
my tennis shoes, don't think I did. Yeah.
My sneakers.
Yeah, I sure did. So here's a little bit of the highlights, okay? It looks like Gail Gaddett asked people to donate in those in need only if you can. Probably, I'm going to guess this is the terrorist attack. Let's see here. Also, I'm just like, this is okay. Bruno Mars was supposed to play on Saturday night. Obviously, that show was canceled. And finally, I guess maybe because of that. Wait, hang on. Music executive posted several videos, including. Well, hang on. I guess the music festival. Oh, okay. It was at the music. They showed that music festival.
Oh, okay.
That's where the bombing. Okay, that's okay.
Yeah.
I forgot. I was like, what? Okay. At least 260 people were killed at the festival, and of course Bruno Mars obviously did not play. T-shirts featuring. Okay, so I guess. Anyway, so that was just a tragedy, So that's kind of where, so that was a lot, and if you watch the videos, it's very sad, very scary.
I've seen some of them whenever I was watching football last night. It's terrible.
Yeah. What games were you watching last night?
Just all of them. I just kind of hang out while my son watches them. I
didn't know if you are doing fantasy football or.
No.
Okay.
I know we were watching the Chiefs at one point play.
Okay. Yeah, Taylor Swift wasn't there.
Yeah.
What?
That's what a couple people were saying.
Yeah.
I don't actually know what's going on. I'm just there for the food, so.
That's it. Hey, at least you know your role, right? Yeah. Also, the top 20 pieces of advice that we would give our younger selves. Okay? I'm going to go from 20 back up, okay? Number 20, Ooh, this is so good. These are things that you might tell your younger self, like if you were to go back in time, right? Okay, 20, be disciplined with your time. In other words, don't waste it.
Mm-hmm.
I love that. You know?
I do too.
Yeah, that's good advice, yeah.
Because a lot of time when you look back on your younger self, you wasted a lot of time on, like, mostly people that you shouldn't have been hanging out with, or jobs that were miserable, or, you know, small things like that.
Or worrying about
Yeah.
things that you just, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Maybe time that you should have
Mm-hmm.
not
My grandma
worried.
says that all the time. And in 2 years, you won't even remember what you were worrying about
Right.
today. Why are you, you know?
Yeah.
But you can't, it's hard to think like that whenever you're in the moment.
Right. 19, take more photos. Oh, I love to take photos.
I do too. I take pictures of
My
everything.
family, they know it's going to happen.
Yeah. I don't like to be in the picture, but I like to take the pictures.
Okay. And number 18, always be there for your friends.
Yeah,
I agree with that.
I do too.
Yeah,
Wholeheartedly.
always be there for your friends. Yeah, that's so important.
It
you
is.
know, so many times, you know, you just need that, and just that extra call, text, or stopping by.
Yeah.
Doesn't that just mean the world?
It makes a huge difference.
Yeah. 17, when it comes to dating, don't be afraid of rejection, so just be yourself.
I think that's hard to do for some people too.
Yeah. So just be yourself. Like don't like form to what the person is. Just be yourself and let them figure out if they like you or not.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Number 16, take more risk.
I'm not a risk taker.
I am. So I might tell myself slow down a little bit there. Yeah, I am.
Yep.
I'm a thrill seeker. Yeah. Take more risk, I guess.
I think of like everything. I wish I wasn't like this because I would take the risk.
Uh-huh.
It's not so much me as my overthinking. I'm like, well, what about 5 years from now? You know, I overthink literally everything.
It happens, yeah.
Yeah.
I have a T-shirt that says "Overthinker."
Yeah. It's terrible.
I should let you borrow that.
Yeah.
Take more risk. Okay, number 16. 15. Celebrate the little wins in life, not just the big ones. I love that.
I am so bad about that.
Why?
Not celebrating like my small
Yeah.
milestones. I think that I just have to be going big or going home all the time.
Oh, wow. Well, I think that, you know, like, because, like, there's all kinds of good things that, like, you know what I mean, that you, I don't know, celebrating the big wins, you know what I mean, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's so important.
It is important.
The little things, you know, little and big, but just the little ones, you know what I mean?
Yep.
It's just like,
I think it goes back to the overthinking. When you overthink, you're hard on yourself. It's hard to celebrate those small things.
well, that's, yeah, you're
but
right.
really,
yeah.
small things are big too, because it takes your small things to get to your big goals.
Well, I think, like, also we got to remember, you know, if you're celebrating, usually there's cake.
Yeah. I do not need cake, girl.
I'm telling you, there's cake usually, right?
Becky is all about the food.
That's right. So, you know what I mean? Hey, you know what I mean? So, let's have let's have some ice cream cake or pie or, you know what I mean, cobbler. Right? You know? Or whip out a big apple, okay? There you go. There's your celebrating.
Yeah.
There's your healthy year, okay? Yeah. So I believe in celebrating the life wins in little or big.
Yeah.
Number 14, spend more time with your parents while you still can. I agree 100% with that.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
Yes. I you know, my mom passed away when I was younger, so I didn't get as much time, but my dad, yeah, I'm so happy that I got to spend a lot of time with that man.
Yeah, my mom always talks about that too, because both of my mom's parents passed when she was younger, so she's big about that, you know.
Well, it's true,
Yeah,
you know, it is true. And I don't think you'll ever have any regrets. I think everybody, you know, I always talk about people that, like, you know, they're hanging out with their mom or dad or whatever. I don't think you'll ever have any regrets.
Oh yeah, I love hanging out with my mom.
There you go. Yeah. Well, I think it's fantastic. I love that, you know. All right, let's see here. Number 13, look after your mental health. That is so good.
Oh,
right?
That is one of the most important things, I think.
These are for anybody just now tuning in, we're going over things that you should like, if you were your younger self, if you were back to your younger self, what you would tell yourself now, like, or what your younger, how did I word that? Let me figure that.
What you now would tell your younger self.
If you could call your younger self on the phone, what's the piece of advice you'd give them? Yeah. So I think that's true. You know what I mean?
You can't pour from an empty cup. You have to take care of yourself.
Right. And if it's toxic, get out of it. You know what I mean? Mental health.
I think that is probably one of the biggest things that I wish I would have realized sooner. Take care of me too. It's not selfish to take care of your mental health.
No, and there's nothing wrong with that. And you go back years ago, we didn't talk about mental health as much. Now I think we're getting there. We just got to keep going. We got to keep talking about it. You know what I mean? And letting people know it's okay.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
think actually I just had a conversation this weekend because I had Cameron at a young age, and I think I had postpartum depression afterwards, but it wasn't talked about as big after I had Cameron. So I never did anything about it. I mean, it wasn't awful, but when I think back on it, I realize now that I probably had it and just didn't know it. But I think now, right away, the doctors are on top of it, and there's so many places to reach out for help or people to talk to or online therapists, not even just therapy or that type of mental health, but just when you get out of the shower, do a little self-care routine, or in the morning, don't get right on your phone, or read self-help books, or little things go a long way for your mental health.
That's exactly right. Yeah.
And especially when you're working all the time, or you have kids, or you're going to college, or it is very important even to just take 15 minutes a day for you.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And if you have to get up early, that's what I used to try to do. Get up early and just, so you can have that time.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Do what you need to do on that. But I agree 100% with that. Look after your mental health. Take care of yourself, physically and mentally. Number 12, relax and enjoy the ride. Love that. I'm all about that.
I cannot relax. I'm merely just simmering anxiety everywhere I go.
Oh, no. I totally relax and enjoy the ride. I love that, yes. Number 11, don't settle. That applies to work, relationships, and everything else. You know how you settle for things and then you regret it later? Don't settle.
I think we've all done
These are things we tell ourselves. Let's see, number 10, invest in property as soon as possible. Gen Zers love getting that advice. Just buy a house, kids. No big deal. And if you do buy a house, go to Autumn Scott Hall.
Yeah.
Or Camissa at Leader One Finances if you do. Anyway, invest in property as soon as possible. My grandmother was huge on that. Huge on talking about that.
My grandpa is too.
Yeah. Number 9, go on all the vacations you can. Don't get so focused on work that you skip them. I went through that where, I didn't think I could leave. I didn't want vacation. I didn't think I could leave. And then I realized when I took a vacation and came back how much better, my batteries were charged and how much better I felt. Just getting away, even no matter what.
I used to feel guilty when I took off.
Yeah.
Oh, I shouldn't, I need to work.
Or all the things I didn't do, or all the things that I got it all,
Yeah.
Okay, so number 8, get in the habit of eating healthy. And this is, your metabolism will slow down someday. So getting in the habit of eating healthy, which is true. It is like a habit.
It's hard. I did it.
It's hard.
It is very hard because people say
I'm just laughing because it's hard. I know.
People say you get used to it. You don't crave bad foods anymore.
Yeah.
I ate healthy for 3 entire years without. I had one cheat day a month, and.
Oh, what was your cheat day meal?
I just had. Even on my cheat meal, I ate unhealthy, but I still portioned it. Usually, I had a piece of cheesecake or just something that I love.
Yeah.
Just to be happy.
Yeah.
But for those whole 3 years, I still craved everybody said, oh, the cravings will go away, or it was still
there,
awful.
Yeah. It's still awful.
Yeah.
Horrible. It's horrible.
You guys just don't even know.
Yeah. Little cranky over there. Yeah. Throw her carb.
Yeah.
Throw her carb.
Yeah, it never got better.
Oh, yeah.
I felt really good, though. I will say that. My body felt better than it ever has when I ate healthy.
Yeah.
I need to get back to it, but...
Well, and here's the thing. You have to... It's extra work, too. You know what I mean? A lot of times. You know what I mean?
Shopping
and prepping and getting ready and making sure, it's a lot of extra work. I'm not, I'm all for it. And, of course, but I do think that a lot of our restaurants are making healthier portions and stuff. Things are healthier, like that good old Big Mac. You know what I mean? I
Yeah.
know that's healthy for me.
Yeah, I know it is.
I just know McDonald's has that healthy for me.
Yeah.
And then the McRib is coming back. Get out of here.
I love that
I
thing.
know.
I don't know why, but it's so
good. I know.
I wish they would bring the snack wraps back.
Oh, I know.
The snack
Those are
wraps
good.
were my favorite.
Yeah, those were good.
Yeah.
Those were real good. Yeah. Listen to that. Love
Yeah,
that.
come
yeah.
on.
Yeah.
Come on, McDonald's.
I don't know, just something about, all of that, yeah. So, anyway, get in the habit of eating healthy. Okay. Number 7, save 10% of your paycheck. The earlier start, the better. So of your 10% of your paycheck, the earlier start, the better. That's if you can, right?
Yeah. I think that's hard for people.
Well, I think it is. Well, especially right now if you go buy groceries.
That's what I was going to say.
Aaron,
right now.
if you are buying groceries right now, I mean.
Oh, yeah, I went grocery shopping yesterday, and we meal planned just for this coming week, Monday through Friday. So 5 days.
Yeah.
It was $200.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, I don't even have that much.
I know. No, I know.
Yeah.
No, it's like, and they hand you one bag.
Yeah, I'm like, ma'am.
Here's your groceries.
Yeah.
It's like, wait, where's the rest of the bag?
Yeah, I got home, Cameron, we're eating ice cubes tonight.
There you go. Ice water.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. No, it's true, though. You know what I mean? You feel that way.
It's terrible.
Yeah. Let's see here. So if you can, good for you. Number 6, learn from mistakes. Don't repeat them. I think of the Roadrunner and, Y.E. Coyote. Remember, he just keep trying.
Yeah.
Keep trying. So learn from your mistakes and don't keep repeating them. I agree with that. Number 5, don't waste time on negative people. They're not worth it. Stay positive. I agree with that. Ugh.
100%.
Oh, have you, been around just, and everything's like just negative.
And they take all your energy.
It's like, stop, you
Yeah,
know?
I don't understand
You
that.
gotta stop that, you know what I mean?
You're like, girl.
One more negative thing.
Yeah. And sometimes, I'll catch myself being I'm not a negative Nancy all the time. But sometimes I'll catch myself and be like, okay, we're looking at the negative. I think when you constantly focus on the negative, all you see is the negative. So sometimes I'll catch myself and be like, okay, take a step back and look at what you're thankful for. But some people are negative 24/7.
Yeah, I'm not a negative person. I am
No.
not. That is one thing, and I am completely positive. And after I sit with somebody negative for very long, I'm like, you got to stop, okay?
Yeah,
I call them out.
I'll start crying.
Enough.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
My vibe over here is not gonna.
Yeah.
You doing?
We're not
Nobody
jiving,
gonna break
buddy.
my stride.
Yeah.
Nobody gonna slow me.
Yeah.
Okay, number 4. No, but I'm compassionate. If you are there is time, I mean, seasons, I know, people, yes,
Yeah.
I will be very compassionate.
Or if you're not negative all the time, and it's okay to just have a bad day and feel that way.
But then,
as long as you get up
hurry
and
up and
move
get
on
over
from
it.
it. Yeah. Yeah, just
hurry up, let's get over
yeah,
it. Okay,
Becca's
come on.
like, don't worry about it.
That's right. Be happy. Okay, number 4, look after your physical health. Don't wait until you're old and sore. Yes, I agree. Keep moving. Keep your body moving. Physical health. Keep on it. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Keep moving. Yeah. Our bodies were made to move. Let's move those bodies, right? Okay. Number 3, don't let opportunities pass you by. In other words, seize the day. Okay. Okay. Number 2, try not to care what other people think. Again, it's not as easy when you're young.
No.
I agree.
I have mastered that, though.
Yeah, you've mastered that.
Yeah, it took me
Look at you.
forever.
Yeah. Well, I think it comes in time. Yeah.
It does. Whenever I was
Yeah.
younger in school, I was so bad about caring what people thought. And then one day I woke up and I was like, you know what? Who really cares?
Yeah.
Who
Yeah.
really cares what someone else thinks about what I'm doing?
Yeah. And is it going to matter in 5 years? You know
It
what I mean?
doesn't.
Is it going to matter? You know what I mean? Is this, you know what I mean, right?
Yeah, I just told
Yeah.
Cameron that the other day when he came home talking about some stuff that kids at school say and stuff. I'm like, Cameron, in 5 years you won't even remember what they said. They will probably be irrelevant to your life.
Yeah, yeah.
If they have something negative to say. Have you ever read the books Girl Wash Your Face and Girl Stop Apologizing? They were huge a few years ago.
No.
So in that book she said other people's opinion of you is none of your business. And so I tell Cameron that all the time. It's none of your business what they say. Even though it's about you, it's none of your business. Because
it's none of your business what they...
Yeah, because what does it matter, really? You know?
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah, yeah.
So I always go by that now. It's none of my business.
What else did
they
it say in that
about
book?
me.
What else?
Yeah.
Wait, you said it was wash your makeup? Or what was
It's
it?
Girl Wash Your Face
Oh,
and Girl Stop Apologizing. They're amazing books. It basically just like teaches you how not to worry about what people think. And the second book is like, don't apologize for being yourself. You know, you can be yourself wholeheartedly, and what everybody else thinks don't matter, because you got the people that love you around you, and that's what matters in your life. And she was basically talking one time about how, like, you know, if you're out and about and someone says something negative about you, what good does it do you to know what they said? So it's none of your business.
Right. Oh, there you go. None of your business.
Yeah.
None of your business.
Yeah, mind your own business.
Mind your own business.
Yeah.
I love that. Yeah, there you go. I like that. Well, that sounds like a good book to be reading.
Yeah, I'll send them to you whenever
right.
we get out of here. They're great.
Number one, drum roll.
Yeah.
Be more confident. Good advice in general, just easier said than done. So, these are, if you could call your younger self on the phone, what's the first piece of advice you'd give? I think the number one is be more confident. I think the number one, which one would be your number one out of all the 20? I would say about I don't know. I do like the taking care of yourself.
That's what I was going to say.
Mental and physically. I think those are really good. But also I think too, don't waste your time. You know, I mean, I guess sometimes like on things. You know, what I mean, don't worry about things. Maybe that's.
I think that is like those two are good for me too, but I like to take care of your mental health, because I think that ties in with
I think you
constantly
will.
worrying.
Yeah, I think that's. I think if you're taking care of that, then things will start falling in place.
Yep.
Right?
And I think even though it's not the same, but when you take care of your mental health, you do start feeling more confident and more secure with yourself. But I think being confident is a big thing too. Mm-hmm. You know, who cares about your size or your hair color or what you're doing? Your confidence is key.
Right. 39% of us have at least one big regret in life, according to a new survey, and half of those people said it has to do with a relationship. But that isn't the first thing that we'd bring up, and so the first thing is be more confident. I guess that's the number one thing to do. So I guess those are good things, I guess, to always just think about. You know, sometimes just to, and of course, as moms, to help our children.
Oh,
you know what I mean? Do you feel like that? Yeah.
Yeah, because they're always watching.
Yeah. Oh, I feel like Monsters Inc. Always watching.
Yeah,
right?
It's a little creepy, but they're always watching.
Yeah, exactly. Speaking of creepy, I do want to remind everybody, coming up on the 28th, which is Saturday, we'll be having the Boo Bash. Meadowview and Salem Crossing are both going to be there. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Yep.
I've heard which one are you going to go with? Are you going to split? Because you do both buildings.
I will split. I'll just wear an American Senior.
There you go, T-shirt.
Yeah, and I'll be both.
I know what Meadowview's doing.
Yeah.
I'm totally jealous.
Yeah.
That's going to be like, I'm totally jealous of that one. But anyway, so I haven't announced what we're doing yet, but I'm looking forward to that. That'll be at 5 o'clock on that Saturday before Halloween. And then right after we get done at 6:15, the parade starts at 6:30. That's that Saturday night, which is fun to watch the parade. And then there's also some events on Sunday that some churches are having. Now, I need to get times. I don't want to mess that up. And then, of course, on Trick or Treat night, Tuesday, is Halloween. The city of Salem, I know for sure, will be from 6 to 8 p.m. So I
thought about being the mayor off of Nightmare Before Christmas, because he's got two faces. I can just switch back and forth between the buildings.
Have you heard the theme that you guys are doing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's so many ways to play this, Aaron. Why are you not jumping on that bandwagon? I'm sorry, but I'm ready. Yeah, I could jump right in there.
Yeah.
I just think it's going to be so much fun.
Oh yeah, I love spooky stuff.
I know. It's going to be great. Yeah. All right. In I guess 22 out of the last 30 U.S. presidential elections, the tallest person was elected was, who do you think?
Oh, I don't know. The tallest?
Yeah, the tallest
I've never
person
paid attention
was
to
elected
that.
president. That is Barack Obama in 2012. Who's the same height as Mitt Romney. Both are 6'1.5".
Interesting.
Okay. In New Jersey, it's a dentist state of the U.S. with 1,263 people per square mile. Alaska is the least dense state with 1 person per square mile. So I was talking to a guy from Alaska, and he was talking about, I mean, like, I've never been, you know, and that's on my bucket list. I want to go to Alaska, okay? And he was talking about how, like, you almost need to see Alaska, like, in the summer and in the winter, like, because you got 2 different ways of looking at Alaska.
Yeah.
In my head, like, what I want to see, okay.
It's like negative 30 degrees.
Yeah, I want to see. I want it to be cold. I want like a really warm coat. You know what I mean? I want like a heated coat, heated long johns. I'm gonna put all that on, okay?
Yeah.
But like, I want to see a moose.
Yep.
I want to see a moose. I don't know. They say they're really dangerous though.
I seen a moose when we went to Vermont.
You did?
Yeah.
A real live moose.
A real life moose.
Oh no,
2
that
of them.
would be something I want to
Yep.
see.
We were like looking around for moose. We were like driving. They have certain parts where they're at, and we seen 2. A mama and the baby.
Oh, now that's like you want to be. That's like you don't mess with that,
They're
right?
huge.
Yeah.
So then we get back and we get in the car.
Wait, so you're driving? Okay.
Yeah, they're like down in a creek kind of where we seen them. And then we get back from doing all that and we're driving and she's like, okay, it's dark. Now we do not want to see a moose.
Okay.
Because like, you know how in the dark whenever you can see animals' eyes?
Yeah.
You can't see moose eyes in the dark. They don't
What?
glow like regular animal eyes. Yeah. So she's like...
Oh, that's a little fun fact.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So we're pulling out of her mom's driveway and she's like, now we do not want to see moose. We get on the road. There's one right in the middle of the road.
Oh.
Yeah. And they're huge. I mean, if you hit a moose, your car is done.
Done.
Yeah.
So
it's
what did
not
you
like a
do? Like,
deer.
what do you do? Like, do they challenge you or do they just move?
No, we just stopped and it moved. But I've only seen 2 the mom of the baby and then the other one. So I guess 3. That's all I've ever seen in my entire life. So I don't really know what they do on a normal day, but it just kind of ran off. So.
Oh, that's so
but
cool.
they are huge. Like, if you're, like, you see their belly when you're sitting in the car.
Oh, wow.
I mean, they're gigantic. For some reason, I didn't imagine. I mean, I knew they were big, but I was thinking like a big deer big. It's like a horse.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I want to see one of them. Yeah. So I want to do that, and I want to do the dog sledding.
Oh, yeah.
I wanted to say mush.
Yeah. Of course you do, Becky.
Of course I do, right? Why would I not, right?
Yeah.
So those are things that I want to do. But anyway, he said that, like, he was talking about how like awesome he was. Of course, I don't know what he was actually promoting Alaska, but he said it was like really awesome. He said the people are really nice,
Mm-hmm.
and he said
I've heard that.
He said that like you can wear like even if you're not wearing a suit or anything, people still treat you. You know, a lot of times people treat you different.
Yeah.
But he said no matter what, and I said, well, then I'll have to have a fancy snowsuit. You know what I mean? So that they will treat me
we
nice.
know you're going blinged out.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah.
With your bedazzled heated
Oh,
jacket.
I will be bedazzled all
Yeah.
over. I want to make sure that if I want to make a good impression with a moose,
Yeah.
I can't be. I gotta be looking my best if I see the moose.
Bling is. I don't know if you want to bring attention. You're pretty small, Becky.
I told you that I wore to that buffalo farm. I wore
you
red,
told me.
and they came charging.
Yeah, wait, get her out of here.
They did. I had to
Yeah.
leave
Okay.
in my red. So maybe I better think that twice. Maybe I better wear the bling not
Yeah.
around the. I don't know how a moose would feel, but anyway. So I think that's cool. But Alaska is the least dense state with 1 per square mile. So that's on my bucket list to go to. I want to go.
Yeah.
I want to see the northern lights too. Wouldn't that
Oh,
be beautiful?
I do too, so bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you Google it, you can see them, like watch them. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
but that's
but
not
it's
the
not the
same.
same.
No. You know, there's no way to capture.
Mhm.
It's just like some of our right now in our community, Aaron, we are absolutely so blessed because of fall. I mean, right here in the Kentuckiana area,
Yes.
there are so many beautiful trees and forest and
It's gorgeous.
yeah.
Gorgeous.
Actually, I saw on TikTok someone was making fun of us. Because of the foliage being so beautiful, you know, they were like, "Oh, have you seen the foliage?"
Yeah.
But it is, you know, I mean,
Yeah.
you can make fun of us all you want.
Yeah,
It's
whatever.
true. You
It's
know what I mean?
gorgeous.
This is like, it's a blessing, you know. And what they were making fun of is because actually, when the trees start turning their leaves, they're dying.
Mm-hmm. And we're all like, "Whoa,
Yeah.
we're gonna die!" We love the dead. Yeah.
That's why they're making fun of us. And look, they dropped to the ground. Oh wow!
Yeah.
Let's go rake them up.
Dead stuff everywhere.
don't think of it that way.
I did not think of it like
I know.
that.
Well, on TikTok they're making fun of it.
Yeah.
But I don't care because I still think it's absolutely gorgeous.
It is.
And I think it's such a blessing. And I love the way nature, the different colors. You have your yellows, your reds, your, the purples, and those oranges. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Those
yeah.
trees. They're just like, there's
You can't beat it.
There's one in town that is just absolutely just. Yes, last year I took like so many photos of it. I had to tell the homeowners, I'm not a stalker. I'm not, I'm just trying to get your tree, because that tree was absolutely gorgeous. But Erin, no matter what photo, just like beautiful sunsets, sunrises, you can't capture that. You know what I mean? It's just so hard to.
Or the moon. You can't ever get a good picture.
You
of
have
anything.
to just see it for yourself. It just has to be one of those like moments, like
it's
that.
kind of cool though.
Yeah, that you take it in and you just like have to have it pulled up in your memory. You know what I mean? That's just engrave it in your brain. You know. But I do think it was funny. But tis the season, and we're peaking. We actually spoke with the gentleman up at Brown County. Brown County's beautiful. A little bit to the north of us, you've got Seymour, that's beautiful. But I think I love our area. Washington County's gorgeous. But then you go down to Borden. Borden's breathtaking. You know that drive.
It is.
People just love that, which is true.
Yep, gorgeous.
There's so many beautiful places.
Yeah, I love the dead stuff.
Oh.
Can't beat it.
Can't beat it. Want more of that?
Yeah.
Give me some more of that.
Yeah.
And we got Beck's Mill area around here.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah.
And your area there, down there.
Oh, yeah. Milltown is so pretty
beautiful.
in the fall.
Yeah. So,
love it.
like so many areas. Just wandering Indiana, and we're getting into the peak season. And, of course, we had a little bit of rain that helped. But the way I understand it is that the dryness actually has helped, too, with bringing out some of the colors, the vibrant colors.
So pretty.
Beautiful. I love to do that. I love to do art with them. I like to glue them on papers and make dresses, like a paint,
We used to go to the Smoky Mountains in the fall every year, and it is gorgeous there too. And it's really not that far.
No.
Tennessee is not that far from here
Tennessee
at
is.
all.
I love to go to Tennessee.
Yeah, it's basically down the road.
I know. No, it really true.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm 100% Tennessee. I love going to Tennessee.
And it's so pretty in the fall.
I got to go horseback riding through the Smoky Mountains.
Oh, that's
that was so much fun.
awesome.
That was really cool. Yeah, I just kind of got worried because I had saw a bear. And I just kind of got worried how fast my horse was. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I had a pretty fast.
Are we gonna get it or not?
I'm here to tell you right now. You know what I mean? And remember, I've been teaching everyone that they say that if you come up on a bear, you're supposed to bob and weave. You're supposed to weave.
Yeah.
Like when you run.
Yeah.
Well, some say not to run, but I'm sorry, but flight or fight, I'm flying.
I'm out of there.
I don't believe. You know what I mean? So I kept thinking. So in my head, I kept thinking, will this horse be able to
outrun this
bear. Or to
bear.
actually stagger back and forth. Well, you know what I mean? I was trying to think, well, the reins.
Oh, yeah.
Because they're trained horses. These horses.
I can see.
Like these horses, they don't go off their pattern. You know what I mean? Because they're used to this.
Trained.
They're trained.
Yeah.
So I'm like, will you listen to my command and bob and weave if there's a
and
bear
if not,
chasing?
can we get it?
That's right. Pony Express.
Yeah.
You better express me. You know
take
what I mean?
it off.
Yeah. Or I'm gonna leave you and I'm running. You know what I mean? What is it? You just have to be faster than your horse.
Yeah. Speaking of animals and stuff, we took Cameron to Wilson Ranch.
Oh,
this
I've
weekend.
heard of that. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I've
never been there. Was it what?
They have emus out there that you can feed and stuff. Like you.
Help me out, emu. That is a.
I don't know, like a pterodactyl. I don't know. It's like a
reptile.
No, it's not a reptile. I'm just being silly.
Oh.
It's like a bird, kinda. I don't know how to explain it, but they're really creepy. Like, hold on, let me show you.
Okay. Does it look like like an ostrich? Is that something? Is that what kind of like an ostrich? I'm trying to remember.
Kinda,
I know once
like a smaller ostrich.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, like an ostrich. Yeah.
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 And they give you pull up, you get this little bowl of food.
Okay.
And
What,
they've got
like corn?
Just some kind of grain pebble stuff,
Okay.
Yeah, and you roll down your windows and you can feed like emus and alpacas and there's all kinds of stuff there. And then when we got back around to they've got like a barn, they had a sloth in there.
Oh, no, I've heard about that sloth.
Yeah.
I heard he's really cool. Did you get to hold him?
No. And I love stuff, but there's just like a lot of people and you don't know how the animals are going to react. But they had kangaroos in this little area. They had elephants. We got to feed a giraffe.
Oh, that's cool.
You can go in like this bird room and the birds get all over you.
Oh.
Cameron went in there and I was taking pictures and stuff. But the emus are freaky. I mean, they just really come in hot.
Hey, I mean, I might understand that. It's their food.
I mean, they run straight to your car when the cars are driving through. Them animals know you got food because they're at your window.
I am cracking up. I'm kind of like that at the table. You know what I'm saying?
Come on, girl.
Yeah, I know. Come on. I'm gonna. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, and I mean, they just come right in your window. I mean, Cameron.
Did you pet it?
Yeah, you can pet. I'm not petting no emu. I pet one of the alpacas.
What would they? Well, what would they just have a beak, right?
Yeah, they got a beak and
do they have teeth?
Creepy beardy eyes. I don't know.
Beardy eyes.
Beady eyes. They're like orange little beady eyes.
Oh.
They're creepy.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and they just come in hot. To get your food. So I was like, I kept my window up. I'm taking pictures. And Cameron was just giggling the whole time, because you can hardly hold on to the bowl.
Oh, yeah.
And then one of the animals, I can't remember which one, Lily was feeding one, and it took her whole bowl.
Oh,
was like, we're not rationing around here. Give me that bowl.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's funny. That's very funny.
But Cameron was just in the back giggling the whole time, just because,
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah.
It was cute.
Well, what a beautiful weekend for that.
Yeah, it was a fun little thing to do.
That's cool.
Yep.
And get attacked by an emu.
Yeah, they started running to the car, and I was like, no.
That's so funny. Now, the alpaca is like is that like a glorified goat? Kind of like a.
It's like a big,
goat?
Yeah, they're huge.
Yeah.
But I think they spit on you when they get
that's lovely.
mad. Yeah. I'm not real sure.
That's always lovely.
Yeah, so I kept my window up. I mean, I rolled it down a couple of times, and they were sweet. I mean, they're trained.
See, now I love the elephants. Did you get to?
We didn't feed the elephants or anything. They had.
I would have to save my food. I'd roll my window up. They're going to the elephants. I love the elephants.
Oh, they were so cute. I mean, I love elephants. They're adorable, and the giraffe was really cool.
Oh, I love the giraffes too.
Yep, you can go in there and they give you like a little thing of lettuce to feed the giraffe. Yeah.
So up at Indianapolis Zoo, they had a new baby elephant, right? They debuted him. Yeah, you can watch him, and he like runs. He's so cute.
Oh.
Yeah, like he was like his mom was just like walking, and here he's just real energetic. And I think that's my girls. I can see that. When the mom's just trying to,
I thought the cutest thing there this weekend was they had like a little lemur.
Oh, those are cute.
Yeah, and they had a bear cat. Oh. I had never even heard of a bear cat.
Is that a big cat?
It's like a huge cat that looks like a small bear. I don't know. Yeah, it's got like cat whiskers and walks like a cat, but it looks like a tiny baby bear.
Well, that's cute.
Yeah, they had really cool.
Did you hold it?
Cool stuff.
No,
they're like you can just walk through the barn.
Oh.
You can like do an animal encounter. Like you can go in there with a sloth and hold it, but we didn't. Yeah. Yeah.
After all that taking your bowl,
Yeah. Oh, we were just cracking up though, because you're just holding on, and they just come in hot. It's a fun thing to do with your family.
It sounds like fun. Yeah. No, I love to hear that for sure. All right. A little bit of fun fact for Monday. It cost 8.5 cents to produce a $100 bill. So the paper, I guess, that it's made on or whatever, right?
Yeah.
8.5 cents to produce a $100 bill. Did not know that.
I didn't know that either. That's weird.
Okay. For our movie buffs out there, I love movies.
Mm-hmm.
The last movie from a major studio with Monon Sound, Mono,
Mm-hmm.
Mono.
Becky's struggling. Give her a minute here.
Someone pat me on the back. My batteries are stuck.
Yeah.
Mono. There we go. Sound. Instead of stereo was Conan and the Barbarian back in 1982. Okay.
Huh.
Yeah. Watch that one. Okay.
Yeah. Watch that one.
Okay. Here we go. The oldest player in the NBA history was a guy named Nate Hickory. He was the coach of a team called the Providence Steamrollers back in 1948. He was 45 years old and 365 days old, so he was almost 46, when he put himself into 2 games and he scored 2 points.
Wow.
There we go. So now, so a little bit of NBA history, a little bit of movie history, dollar bill history,
Yeah.
Alaska history, and of course, there's some good information for sure. So anyway, we've got a big week planned ahead of us, a lot going on, and it seems like there's so much always going on in our community, you know.
Yes.
So we'll be gearing up, getting ready for all kinds of activities. We'll keep you posted on that. Remember that October the 10th, tomorrow at midnight, voter registration ends. So if you are not registered to vote, make sure you get out and vote, or get registered to vote.
Yes.
We'll be talking about election, all of that going on. Got a lot of great things going on. Don't forget, today is Columbus Day, and in 1492, Columbus sailed the ocean blue. Yes. We actually did the cutest video, and I can't find it, of the girls. We did it for one of their school projects. The girls were so little, and I took a ship and put it in the bathtub, like he was on the, you know, and then we had, all of the girls had different parts, and they're just so little. They were they're just so little. It was so cute. I think it was like preschool or something. Yeah, it's adorable. But I can't find it. So if I find it, I will definitely show that to you. But anyway, get out and enjoy. And if you are off today, good for you. Enjoy. Yeah. We also have fall break for a lot of people. Mm-hmm. We got some construction coming up. Highway, actually, the Highway 56 will be closed some this week due to paving, which is like the putting the bow on the present for our for all of our wonderful road construction. Everybody's ready for that to get gone, but we are going to be, so it's finally going to, every dog has their day. We're getting ready to have our day. You know what I mean? Yay! So that'll be nice. And when they get it all paved over and all those manholes are covered and everything, it's going to be nice. So exciting time for sure. And we're going to cut off a lot of time, on that. And for those that have the side roads, don't worry, they'll fix those. They'll straighten those out. You know what I mean? So don't worry about that. So they say that they're going to do all that too. So that's good. Well, Erin, thanks for coming and hanging out with me. Meadowview Healthcare Center. You guys are wonderful, and good to get to talk to you and all the great things you guys got going on over there at Meadowview. And I'm sure fall is in the air over there.
Oh yeah.
Definitely.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Sure, you've got all kinds of fall colors and decorations and stuff and things. So fun time.
Yep.
For sure. All right, let's thank our sponsors.
We have Meadowview Healthcare, Walmart, Salem Crossing, Hoosier Uplands, Americans for Prosperity, Teas and Tumblers, Fox Pearly Wealth Management, Fantastic Sam's, Leader One Financial, Dr. Black's Eye Associates, and Dr. Mindy Gunn.
All right, happy Monday, everyone.
Let branch manager Autumn Scott Hall and her staff at Salem's Leader One Financial Office on the public square help you live your best dream with just the right financing. Autumn and Camissa are licensed for all FHA, VA, USDA, conventional, and jumbo mortgage programs. Whether you're a first-time home buyer, seasoned real estate investor, or simply looking for refinancing options, Autumn's team will help you and ensure you receive the right mortgage for your unique financial situation at a competitive and fair price. They'll communicate with you all the information you need to know when you need to know it, while offering the best mortgage loans for your financing needs. Call today to get started, 812-883-0670, or stop in and see Autumn or Camissa today at 18 Public Square, Suite A in Salem. We're ready to open the door to home ownership for you.
Get ready for Main Street Auction this Saturday, October 7th at 11 a.m. Located at 141 West Church Street in Livonia, you'll find all kinds of treasures, antiques, furniture, tools, collectible items, toys, steel barrels, ladders, hand tools, glassware, crocks, rugs, quilts, office supplies, oddities, trinkets, and just plain old junk. Cash or check is accepted, and if you get hungry during the auction, there's a concession stand plus seating and restrooms. Again, that's Main Street Auction this Saturday, October 7th at 11 a.m. Come see what all there is at 141 West Church Street in Livonia, or find them on Facebook.
Hey! He's going to go to the end zone. Touchdown, Indiana!
From South Bend to Evansville and from Vincennes to Richmond, all over Hoosier country. Catch Indiana University football all season long. The Hoosiers have this weekend off, but will hit the road on October 14th to face Michigan. Tune in every week on the Warning. This program may be found offensive by pencil-pushing, bean-counting, research-loving program directors and radio consultant gurus. Welcome to the Rick and Bubba Experience.
They angels feel they pouring. Their cup is overflowing. My people, all God's people.
6 minutes past. So we run through the weekend. If you missed it, we've talked about Greg and the crap run. Of course, winning his division. He got a gold medal. We talked about Speedy. King Speedy did pull off the Beth Mowens liner. And he got his picture made with Beth Mowens, and we talked about that. We mentioned Israel earlier. We'll get back to that before the show is done. Now we're walking through the wedding. So the scenery and it was beautiful. I had fun, as you know, Bub. I can't be in a situation without messing with people. So and these things can be nerve-wracking. And I've gotten to do about probably 6 weddings with friends and family. And then Greg and his daughter was the first, where I was trying to kind of figure it out and kind of started all this. So that helped me. And still used. Chandler came to me. She goes, "I recognize some of that." I said, "Well, yeah." I said that was the first time I did. I mean, when we're going to talk about God's standard for all this, and of course that's what they wanted too, and then you kind of you customize it to the couple. But so there's always the things that you look for. So the only thing we had, and out of that shot of the first kiss, which Brody and Cameron both were like, I was sitting there talking to him. I said, "What about when y'all gonna get a little sugar right there in front of everybody?" And Cameron was like, "Ooh, gross." And Brody was like, "Well, that feels great." So anyway, and I said, "Hey, I mean, give her a good."
Yeah, he kind of had to grab her up.
Yeah. And so anyway, that scene, that picture, you can see how beautiful the scenery was right here. Look at that. I mean, just look how beautiful the setup was there. So anyway, I do the sound check, the Adlers do the sound check, and what was supposed to happen is I do the service, and then they wanted to take the Lord's Supper after they had said their I do's, and that'd be the first thing they did as husband and wife, where I announced it to the crowd. Well, the Adlers were going to sing during that, so we also needed PA for that. And so I'm talking, how long did I get into it before the mic went out? Not long. Not long.
About halfway, I guess.
Yeah.
He would jump in,
8
jump
to 10
out.
minutes. Started cutting in, cutting out, and then it died.
Yeah, and so the mic dies. Thankfully, everybody, even people in the back row, said it didn't really matter, and I just kept going. I mean, you would like for the mic to work.
Sure.
And there it is. Look at that scene right there. So anyway, but then I don't realize this. So a couple things that I did to help them out is I see Cameron when they're doing all the pictures to begin. They're trying to hide her from Brody, but I was walking and actually saw her. And of course, I told them and the break, and I said, "Hey, just when I made a little change on it," and like that. And she goes, "Huh?" And she comes over like that, and I said, "Don't let it throw you." I said, "But after I welcome everybody, and and I said, and I look to y'all," and she said, and I said, "Not with any music or anything." I said, "I'm not having anything accompany me. I'm gonna go two hearts that beat as one." And then I said this last thing. I'll say, "Their lives have just begun." And she just looks at me, and I said, "But so don't let that throw you." And she goes, and she goes, "Really?" and I said, "No." I said, "I'm just messing with you." And then she just looked at me to go get her pictures, like, Brody's dad is like really weirder than I even thought. And so
You just added to the stress of the day,
Is this Cameron's dad here, by the way?
Yeah, that's Cameron's dad, and that's the two dads standing there together.
He's dadtastic.
You talking about a solid, well-grounded, laid-back dude, man. Don Thompson, he's awesome.
Now, did he prank Brody at all, or was he normal?
No, he's normal.
Oh,
No.
okay.
That's a good question.
Yeah, Brody actually deals with a normal dad.
Normal
Cameron
family.
deals with me.
Gotcha.
And so anyway, I said that because they were nervous, I said I'm gonna break and mess around a little bit during it, just to kind of I'm gonna be real serious, and we'll have some times or whatever. And so the one that everybody's still talking about, and Brooks Burgess, there he is right there bringing my mother in, is still mad about. So he's the best man. So he has the rings. And y'all saw this. I knew. So we get up there and saw everybody got the rings, and everybody was a nervous wreck about not having the rings. And so Brooks realizes he can't get it out of his pocket. And so he's like, Dad, he said, they're right in here. Well, I reach in there like I can't find the rings. And I said, well, the ring's not in here. And he goes, what? And I was like, I'm just messing with you. I got it. Hey, Brooks didn't forget that. He's like, Dad, that was over the line.
Yeah.
He said, you don't act like you can't find the ring.
During the ceremony.
Yeah, during the ceremony, which I was just trying to whatever. So when we go to do, keep in mind the microphone, and what we found out, and let me say this, the DJ, he was fantastic.
He was.
At the reception, he was fantastic. Now, the PA setup we had for the actual service, we decided to go with battery power, and we probably, looking back, you want to use the power that's available there on the 110.
Yeah.
Because his battery said on his generator 90%, but apparently that was a misread. And what happened was it didn't have any power. So we lost the entire PA system.
That'll do it.
So for me, it was a minor setback, but for the Adlers, they're kind of in a bind now.
They are.
And so, but I don't know that. I don't really think about that. So we're doing the Lord's Supper.
And Rick, I have to tell you, when it started cutting out, the engineer in me, I felt like I needed to get up and do something.
Right.
Yeah. And I saw Speedy flinch too, and we're just so used to having to run and look at something, and I was fighting it. I go, they got people for that. They got people for that.
Well, and I know it's easy for us to say as many things we've done. And this guy's done. He was great. Don't misunderstand me at all. Especially, I mean, reception. I mean, the reception was phenomenal. But I wouldn't put myself in that situation. If it's somebody, if I got to do the PA for a wedding, I'm gonna be connected to the power.
That's it. Yeah.
I'm gonna minimize batteries. I'm not gonna have anything that could go. I'm gonna be on that solid. I'm gonna be on that plugged in.
Yeah.
But anyway, so it was fine, and I'm dealing with two pros, the Adlers. But what's funny, so we're back there at the Lord's Supper. Well, we don't know what's happening. And so now Brody and Cameron are looking at me and they're thinking, is this the next thing you're going to do to make us all comfortable? And I was like, oh, I got nothing to do with this.
Stop the pranks, Dad.
And so Brody looks at me and he goes, okay, so what's happening? I said, I think the Adlers are trying to find a way to sing their song. I said, can we concentrate on the Lord's body and the blood he shed for us? and I said, and they're just going to have to deal with it. And so Brody looks, he goes, is that real wine? I said, no. I said, it's juice. He goes, right now in this situation, I think we all wished it was wine. and I said, well, I said, look, and I said, what would y'all do if I got me a pop off of it? And Brody's going to take. I said, I ain't drinking the juice. So anyway, so we went through the Lord's Supper, and the Adlers did fine. I mean, they're so good, you can hear them. And so we.
Michael talked to us afterwards, and he said he saw what was happening, but he was stuck up front too. He couldn't do anything.
Yeah. Right.
So it's time for them to sing, and they're like, "Okay, what do we do?" And Linda was like, "Do you want to walk the aisles and sing?" He said, "We're not walking the aisle and singing."
Right. Yeah.
But I will say this.
I was kind of hoping they were going to do that.
Yeah,
when I saw them moving
yeah.
up, I said, they're going to stroll them
Right.
loose.
He said, "But let's get a little closer to the action. How about that?" And they did great.
Yeah.
They did great.
And I was in the back row with Ruby and Ezra and my wife, and I really needed that PA to continue to work because we could hear you, Rick, as long as the audience was quiet.
Uh-oh.
We could hear every word in the back row. And so I've got Ezra, and I'm bouncing him like this the entire time, so I apologize to everybody who was around me and saw this the whole time, but I was trying to keep a baby quiet. We went through four suckers.
His little suspenders.
Oh, precious.
I mean, so precious.
He was dressed so nice.
Yeah.
I had nothing to do with it.
Of course.
We went through four suckers. Ruby was just chomping on suckers the whole time. I'm like, please suck it, please.
Yeah.
And then I went through a bottle with Ezra. So there you go.
Yeah.
They did good.
Yeah, they did good.
Yeah,
Everybody.
they did okay.
And people tell me you could then hear the birds chirping, and the day was so beautiful.
Yeah.
And
It was beautiful.
I mean, Wingo. I saw him briefly when it ended. I didn't hardly see anybody else at the reception. It was just so mania. But he said it was the most beautiful scenery in a wedding he'd ever seen. So it really turned out to be beautiful. So when we come back at the reception, we have a couple items. There was the much anticipated dance between mother and son. Sherry and young Broderick, they were actually with a coordinator working on their dance. And we have that, and then of course we'll talk about Greg's grandson Ellis and the role that he played, and his assessment of being part of the wedding, which was hilarious. And we'll look at some of the items, and I'll tell you about those as we wrap up the recap of what was a beautiful day, a beautiful wedding, and just an incredible time with family and friends. And right now, the sweet little couple is en route on their honeymoon to somewhere in the Dominican Republic.
Okay.
So we'll be back. More Rick and Bubba coming up right after this. Rick and Bubba, Rick and Bubba. Are you driving an out-of-warranty car? Why would you do that? It's only a matter of time before your vehicle is in the shop costing thousands. Auto repair costs are up nearly 20% from last year. That's 4 times the rate of inflation. And when you enroll in a protection plan through carshield.com/Bubba, you'll be locking in your price as it will never go up. We appreciate their administrators handling all the paperwork, and we get to choose the mechanic we want. They even offer 24/7 roadside assistance, complimentary towing, and rental car options. Save 20% at carshield.com/Bubba. All right, folks, you've heard us talking about what Relief Factor can do for your pain for several years now. If you struggle with occasional aches and pains due to aging, exercise, everyday living, consider this. Relief Factor is 100% drug-free. It's made up of ingredients that simply help your own body deal with its natural inflammatory response. And we kid you not, Relief Factor is for real. And the majority of people who order the 3-week quick start for just $19.95 go on to order more. Try it at ReliefFactor.com or RickandBubba.com under the sponsors.
I've been taking Nutrafol 4.5 years.
My hair was thinning.
I was under a lot of stress.
I like Nutrafol because it's drug-free and the #1 dermatologist recommended hair growth supplement.
My hair feels thicker,
stronger.
Nutrafol has taken me back to the hair I was meant to have.
Join the 1 million people growing at Nutrafol.com. That's Nutrafol.com. These statements and products have not been evaluated by the FDA. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease or condition. Paid for by Nutraceutical Wellness, Inc.
Some days, my active psoriatic arthritis makes it hard to get in the game. Now, the ball is in my court, thanks to treating my skin and joints with Skyrizi, Risankizumab Risa, a prescription-only 150 milligram injection for adults. Skyrizi helps with less joint pain, stiffness, swelling, and fatigue. For those who also have plaque psoriasis, 90% clearer skin is possible with just 4 doses a year after 2 starter doses.
Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions and an increased risk of infections or a lower ability to fight them may occur.